And it's time for the Bias Sports Report. The Olympic torch is in Manitoba and will be coming through Winnipeg tomorrow. Local celebrities usually show up to run the torch. We just saw Shania Twain carry it in her hometown of Timmins, Ontario the other day. And Sydney Crybaby carried it in Nova Scotia a couple months back. Here, it's expected to be carried by Laurie Mustard, the bassist from the Crash Test Dummies, and Chantal Kreviazik's mom. Right on. Former Bombers coach Mike Kelly was in town today cleaning out his office. And there's a couple pictures floating around. There's a few. I have a favorite, the one where he's kind of smiling. He smiles in a lot of pictures. He smiled in the mugshot. He's just a very happy-go-lucky guy. We're really going to miss Mike Kelly. Congratulations to the Detroit Lions for setting a new record for having the worst decade ever among the Big Four sports leagues. The Lions posted a winning percentage of 264, which beats out the previous worst, the Chicago Cardinals of the 50s. It's also worse than baseball's Philadelphia Phillies of the 20s. Basketball's LA Clippers of the 80s, and hockey's New Jersey Devils of the 80s. Right on. Yeah. Get your season tickets, Detroit. One day after the NFL season ends, the proverbial axe usually comes out for some coaches like Jim Zorn, who's out as coach of the Washington Redskins. Reports are that old man Davis is going to fire Tom Cable as coach of the Raiders. And the Buffalo Bills fired their entire coaching staff today, including the interim head coach. That's got to suck if you're the interim guy. You're just filling in. You take over as interim coach and you don't do a good job, usually you don't get the job permanently. This guy was so bad they fired him from filling in. Okay? Ouch. That's gotta suck. I think if the Bills want to start turning things around, stop playing home games in Toronto. That's the problem. The black hole that is Toronto, where failing sports franchises go to die. No good can come from attaching your franchise to the city of Toronto. Look at the Jays, the Raptors, the Leafs. They play home games in Toronto. Look at them. Look at how great they are. The Bills are... Yeah, there's a good idea. Let's play in Toronto. I had to talk about this. Late last week, two members of the NBA's Washington Wizards pulled guns on each other in the locker room. Gilbert Arenas says that he used misjudgment when he and his teammate Javaris Crettenton drew on each other like they were in the Wild Wild West, that Will Smith movie. This is over a gambling debt. So that explains why the guy who owes the money brought the gun into the locker room. What about the guy who's owed the money? I'm thinking he brought a gun in case the guy who owes him money brought a gun in too, right? Either way. Dum, 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 dum. I don't know about you, but I bring guns to work all the time just in case Jim Jones brings a gun into work. Because if he brings a gun into work and points it at me, I gotta have a gun to point back at him, right? It's all about being in the workplace, people. Sunshine Girl Natasha is 18, and she once swam with dolphins.
Natasha.
All right, that's it.